Now, for those who have been under a rock, it's been 24 hours since Charlie Kirk was sent to the afterlife in front of thousands of people at a Utah college. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Charlie Kirk, he is a media personality, commentator, also an American political activist who is beloved in the mayonnaise European pilgrimage world. And he wasn't just a political activist, he was a highly polarizing right-wing political activist. And some of the things that he was highly criticized about was promoting rhetoric that was viewed as racially insensitive, discriminatory towards immigrants, and he was very dismissive of systematic racism. Now, if you ask me, that's just fancy jargon for basically being a racist.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live when I believe. No. What do? I get charity every single year. I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Because of DEI, it begs the question when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily. No one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian. Charlie Kirk.
Now, Charlie's death has broken the internet. And when I say broken, it's either you feel like, damn, how could somebody kill somebody just for having a different political view as them? Or it's either, hey, forget him. He was a racist. Who cares? One of them just got X'd out of the earth. It's okay. We would see older right-wing supporters literally in tears that Charlie was murdered in such a vicious way. We even saw some of the right-wing supporters of Charlie declare war on the liberals.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. I just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
This video's in regards to Charlie Kirk. And this video's for the fucking liberals. It's war, motherfuckers. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. And spare me your fucking self-righteous bullshit lectures. I don't give a fuck. We're coming for you.
We also saw liberals being interviewed on the street, and they were rather happy that Charlie would be non-existent in this atmosphere of what we call Earth.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow. That's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view. Good that people are dying in America.
Did you see that Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about that?
I don't really have any feelings about it. Who are you?
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it. And that's how I feel at this point in time. But
I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
yes.
Try not to get all pulled up into that, but he was a misogynist. He was a disgusting person with disgusting beliefs.
So if you had a magical wand, a magical button that you could press and keep him from being assassinated, would you press that?
No. I think things happen for a purpose. And if that's how his life was ended, then that's how it was ended. So.
Do you know who Charlie Kirk is?
Yeah, he's a I'm like, yeah, he's an you know? I wouldn't wish it to anyone, but I don't think he's politically so correct, you know?
We're going to step away from this because you're just trying
to... Well, you let him talk. He wants to talk. What are you? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
You know?
Anyways.
I love the right. I love the right. I love all of you guys. Thank you.
In my opinion, I think they're going to flip it and say the other way. But I think the left has just spewed so much hate and brainwashed so many people into doing stupid like this. But they're going to flip it and see how he was so hateful and he spewed all this hatred.
You're almost going to say he deserved it.
Yeah, they're going to say he deserved it. I've already seen people. That's what I've seen. I've already seen people saying he deserved it. He spews all this hate. And they're going to say because the hate he spewed, he should have gotten that. It's a sign of, I think, what liberalism has done to U.S. society. It's just led to a complete moral decay and decay of morals and just any semblance of humanity. Like, you just degrade people because of your political opinions, but I don't know. I don't have much else to say on that. It's just the same old thing every time.
Now, X, formerly known as Twitter, would go on to do what they do best, and that would be investigate. And they found some rather interesting conspiracy theories that maybe the FBI should be taking a look at. One of them being that caught my particular eye was two men standing behind Charlie looking like they're giving off hand signals right before the shot that would take out his jugular vein in his neck and have jungle juice pouring down his shirt.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
The Jakes would do such a great job in figuring out who did this that they would arrest a man that looked like Larry David. I promise you, he was old as dirt.
How dare you! 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 He's such a monster! What a monster! Such a monster! Monster! A monster! How dare you! Back it up! Back it up! How dare you! How dare you! You freaking monster! Yeah!
I don't know. He said he shot him, but I don't know, dude.
Then they would turn around and arrest another 25-year-old man. I'm trying to figure out how you went from Larry Davis to a 25-year-old man. But either way, these would not be the right people. They would later be interrogated and then released. But today they have dropped the ultimate suspect that they are looking for, and they say that this man is definitely most likely the guy who put the shot out. And I could do the explaining for you, but you know what? We've got the content.
Manhunt for Charlie Kirk's killer. The shooter took just one shot, and today authorities released this image of a person of interest. They believe the shooter is college age and threw the murder weapon away in the woods when he made his getaway. Jim Murray is in Utah with the very latest.
This is the person of interest in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. He's apparently attempting to hide his identity under a baseball cap and dark glasses. His shirt emblazoned with the stars and stripes and the slogan, "Land of the Free, Home of the Brave."
That individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual.
Go, run, run! According to reports, his motive appears to be political, since bullets were found engraved with expressions of transgender and anti-fascist ideology. And as the hunt for him intensifies, we're getting a clearer picture of his murderous act. 11:52 a.m. The suspected shooter shows up on campus at Utah Valley University and climbs to the roof of the Losi Student Center.
So there's somebody on the roof right there?
He was videotaped on the roof, lying in wait like a sniper, with a clear line of sight to where Charlie Kirk's tent was set up. 12:15 p.m. Charlie Kirk arrives, tosses hats to the crowd. 12:20, a shot rings out. The conservative activist slumps in his seat and collapses to the ground. Rebecca Hales was 30 feet away and shot this video as she dove for cover.
I was in shock, but I got down. I was with 3 other friends. They disappeared, and then I was getting trampled as we tried to run out.
His bodyguards rushed to help him, desperately trying to revive him. but he was hopeless.
There's literally nothing that can be done in that situation. That was a fatal wound, and I don't care if there was a trauma surgeon at the end of the steps there on the stage. There's very little chance that anybody would have been able to do anything to save his life at that point.
As the crowd flees in panic, Kirk is carried away by his team and rushed to the hospital in an SUV. Stop! This video apparently shows the shooter fleeing across the roof.
After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood.
The FBI and local law enforcement are still on the ground today, still searching the neighborhood where the assassin was last seen. He ran through here and into these woods where he dumped the murder weapon, later found by police. It's an older model 30-06 high-powered bolt-action hunting rifle.
There wasn't any, no fancy equipment, no fancy tech or anything like that. Very basic, what your average shooter or hunter would use during hunting season shooting deer.
Today, there's anger at the lack of security. Just 6 local police officers and Kirk's small private bodyguard detail. Jeremy and Amy King were in the front row, 15 feet away.
I was actually telling him, where's all the security? Because they didn't scan my ticket. He had his security, but I didn't see any other security. It was just his bodyguards.
But Kirk's close friend, fellow firebrand Steve Bannon, says that's the way he wanted it.
He knew about the security too, because he says, hey, I can't get too much security because it cuts me off from the young people, it cuts me off from the crowd.
So as we see, this was clearly politically motivated. They say the same thing that'll make you smile can make you cry. And damn, man, life comes at you fast. Now, Charlie Kirk said don't have any empathy for him because he hates that word.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that it does a lot of damage, but...
So, hey, man, it is what it is. Now, if you ask me how I feel about it, I feel a multitude of things, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody deserves to get shot down in front of thousands of people, including their own kids and wife, all because people don't agree with their political stance. But I also know if I'm Charlie Kirk, the rhetoric that you spew can be considered dangerous in a world where people have rights to guns, even though some of them probably shouldn't have any. And we've seen in recent history that political activists and leaders get shot. And that's white or black. Hell, we just saw Donald Trump get his ear shot. We can go all the way back to MLK. We can go to JFK. It doesn't matter. If you're important, if you spew something that somebody doesn't like, there's somebody that's crazy enough to do what they do. So the power of the tongue is important. Now, even though I think he didn't deserve what he got, I'm not losing sleep about a racist getting killed. Because if I got shot like that, he would have said sayonara, sucker, and went on about his carrot cake loving day. But me and only me, I'm not a fan of the celebration of this man's death. That's just me, my personal opinion. Your prerogative is your prerogative. If you feel like it's worth celebrating, hell, go have a fish fry. But me and my personal opinion, I think that it gives an incentive for the crazies to just go ahead and blame other people for this murder. And political culture is just like gang culture. Guess what? People is willing to go crash out for the gang. And somehow, some way, people have found black people guilty for a crime that was committed in Utah where black people do not live. Except for NBA Youngboy. And he's on tour, so we know he ain't do it. Hell, maybe Karl Malone did this. Now, several HBCUs have been called in with threats of violence where they've had to cancel class. That would be Alabama State University, Hampton University, Virginia State University, hell, even Clark Atlanta University. All of these schools have been hit with threats because people don't care about logic. They just ready to spin. You see, things like this cause racial divide as well as confusion and controversy. And at the end of the day, that's what they love. We are being distracted from the more important things that are going on in America. But that's another story for another day, because I ain't here to educate y'all, because y'all don't want to hear that anyway. And on top of that, the game is on. I need to see what Green Bay and Washington talking about. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this man Do y'all think that Charlie Kirk deserves some grace, or do you think that no, we need to put that new Charlie pack in the air? Y'all let me know, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom.
Just LaFlair.
It's him.